Howdy ho, dickheads, it's me once again, Dick Record, coming to you live from the studio in New York City. I'm going to do another premiere draft in the Secrets of Strixhaven set, but before we get into it, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy what you see, please hit that thumbs up button, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you're so inclined, tell everyone that you know about me embarrassing myself, tell your mom I said hi. That out of the way. Looks like we're ready, all ready for pack one. Pick one. What are we getting? What do we got? Harmonized Trio. This is the Brainstorm card. This creature becomes prepared. That seems good. There's Color Storm Stallion. Oh boy. I feel like Color Storm Stallion's more of a bomb. This Harmonized Trio becomes prepared. I guess we're committing to less colors if I take this now versus Color Storm Stallion. Like, we can go blue-green, right? That said, we can go blue-green with Color Storm Stallion in our deck, right? There's an Elemental Mascot. There's also a Growth Curve. Growth Curve's okay. I think I'd probably take the Aviator over Growth Curve, right? There's Return the Favor, which is also actually, I don't mind Strife Scholar. This creature enters prepared and it has another 6-drop spell stuck to it. This is like kind of hard, but I feel like the correct choice is to take the trio now. So we're going to take the trio now. I think it's just more flexible. What's Exhibition Tide Color? Target player mills 3 cards. This is actually a real card, so this getting past is like kind of crazy. This creature also enters prepared and can spit out a 5-mana 3/3 with flying, which also seems good. But this is a real spell. I mean, like, this is a real creature. This is a real win condition even. If you're casting like big spells, like if we can get this Campus Composer to wheel, you know, so this is good in the blue-green and the blue-red deck. That said, we're likely not going to be getting a lot of blue-red stuff from the other direction. There's also a Molten Note, which I love as a spell, and a Spectacle Summit. I'm going to take the Tide Color, because this is a real win condition. You play this on turn 1, and then every instant and sorcery that you cast from there on out is like, hey, do me a favor, put some of your library into your graveyard. If you could do the 5-mana thing twice, your opponent is likely going to lose to decking. Campus Composer. There's one of those. Okay. Postmortem Professor. Can't block. Whenever it attacks, each opponent loses a life. You gain a life. Exile an instant or sorcery. It comes back to the battlefield. Is that better than Campus Composer, knowing that we have 2 really good blue cards? There's also a Magus of the Library, which is Library of Alexandria on a stick. That's, yeah, it functions as that land. So it's a mana dork, and it draws you a card if you have 7 cards in your hand. I think it's hard to play, though. I think we take the Composer here, just to stick to blue for now. The Charging Strife Knight, which is actually a pretty good card as well. Yeah, I think we take the Composer here, because this can trigger the trio pretty well, and just a 3/4 for 4 with Ward 2 is like, that's fine, but like really you're getting this for the secondary part of it, right? Postmortem Professor is like okay, but I feel like Campus Composer is better for what we have. Let's see. Spell Pierce, I don't think that's good here. Increment at the beginning of combat, you may pay X. When you do, move X 1/1 counters from this creature onto target other creature, onto another target creature. Okay. This also has increment, but I don't like that this is a 0/3, right? There's a Tenured Conductor. Draw a card, Infusion. Okay. So I think the Tester of the Tangential is really good for what we're doing so far, right? That, like, Campus Composer could be 2 triggers for it. That said, this is more blue-green than blue-red, rather. I still think that this can become, like, really large, and it's any spell, right? It's not, like, instants or sorcery, so it's any spell. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Tester here. Nice 2-drop, I feel. What do we got going on here? Textbook Tabulator. Not a big fan of that. There's a Fractal Mascot, which is, like, fine at the top end. Archaic's Agony. What is this? X damage with Converge. Not feeling many of these other cards. I don't even like Arnins too much. I guess this cares the most if you have if you're in black green Golgari and playing a lot of pests, and you want a bunch of those pests that keep coming back so that you can keep like attacking with them and draining your opponent out. Is this one of them? No, it's not. This is just the signpost. I think, is it correct to take the tabulator, sorry, the fractal mascot? I think we're taking mascot here because I'm not a big fan of the tabulator as an O3. There's a spellbook seeker, draw 2, discard 2. That seems fine. There's a pest mascot, a witherbloom charm. What's demonstrator do? Targets a creature. This creature gets +1/+0 and lifelink. There's a flourish. There's a mage tower referee, which I'm not really in for here. And glorious decay is wishes it was broken wings, I feel. Let's take the spellbook seeker for now. We're slowly drifting towards mono blue. Let's see. There's a rearing embermare. There's efflorescence. If you gain life. There's a cheerful osteomancer. What is this? That's land destruction, which is probably just terrible here. I like the osteomancer the best of the rest of these cards, so I'm going to take the osteomancer, recognizing full well that it's like that's a possible like maybe splash. Another osteomancer, another tabulator. Seize the spoils, discard, draw 2, and create a treasure token. This could be good in a deck that wants to cast a lot of non-creature spells. I almost feel like Tabulator might just be better for what we're doing here so far. That said, Tabulator is not a good card, and Osteomancer is just like a much better card in general. I didn't want to take that. There's a growth curve. There's another Osteomancer. Is that like a sign that I should be taking the Osteomancers? Because like this is another Osteomancer, right? I don't like growth curve. I'm gonna put that here. I'm gonna take the Osteomancer. Let's see. There's an elemental mascot. That's not bad. Oracle's Restoration is terrible. Tome Blast is actually not bad. Kill something small, and then later on kill something small, but also it's a 5-mana flashback spell. Yeah, I get in. It's a Charging Strife Knight, which I don't mind. Pick your poisons, not super great. Shattered Acolyte's not bad. But I'm gonna take the Strife Knight. Put this here. Embermare is probably what we're gonna play out of all these cards, but I don't think we keep it. Masterful Flourish is a card. And Plains is definitely a card. Alright, so there's an Erode. There's another Exhibition Tidecaller. Are we doing this? Are we doing the mill deck? Wait, hold on. Oh god, there's a Sky Coach Conductor as well. Okay, so Flash, Vigilance, creature enters prepared, can essentially bounce one of your other creatures. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking people are not wise to this card quite yet. There's also an Essence Scatter. That's like not bad. And there's a Spectacle Summit. A Divergent Equation's also not terrible. There's a Spellbook Seeker, also not terrible, but we have one of those. Additive Evolution's also really good if we're going to go blue-green, but it looks like we have more blue-red cards. I think we take the Sky Coach Conductor. I think it's just better in a vacuum, but I'm hoping that the Tidecaller Wheels. This is also a triple rare pack because there's an Erode there as well. We're definitely going to get something back out of this pack, I feel. I'm going to take the Sky Coach Conductor. What is this? Add 1 mana of any color, instant a sorcerer only. Becomes a 2/4 wizard whenever you cast an instant or sorcery. That's okay. I think the Landscape Painter is just better. We also do not have very much in terms of... There's a Last Grasp. We don't have very much in terms of removal quite yet. I'm going to take the Landscape Painter because it's a 2-drop that also turns into a 5-mana spell that draws you some cards later on. And we're here for that. I think Tome Blast is like our only piece of removal so far. Yeah. Let's take the 2-drop. I think it's just a good... Wow. Stirring Hope Singer. Cast an instant or sorcery that targets a creature. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. That seems very good. There's the Mana Rock in red. There's a Transcendent Archaic. It's another Mascot. Elemental Mascot. I think we take the Mascot here. What's this? This Fire Dancer? Oh yeah, this is a good 2-drop too. And there's a Titan's Grave. I think we take this Mascot. I don't think we really want Tablet of Discovery, because I don't think that we are... God, it feels really bad to pass this Hope Singer. I don't think that we are... This Expressive Fire Dancer is also not bad, but I'm going to take the Mascot here. I think we're going to lock in blue-red. Choreographed Sparks can't be copied. One or both. Copy target instant or sorcery. Copy target creature spell you control. It gains haste, and at the beginning of your end step, sacrifice this token. Huh. I think we still take Molten Note over that. What is this one? This is the one that makes the extra creatures later on, which is not terrible in this deck. There's also a hop to it. I like Molten Note if we can splash for it, because it's 2 removal spells in 1, and we do need removal. There's a Deluge Virtuoso, which is not terrible either, but I think we take the Molten Note here. Put this in the pile of cards that are maybes. That's not good. That's not for us. There's an Embrace the Paradics. There's nothing here for us in this pack. I guess there's a knockout maneuver if we somehow end up in green. Green-blue. But there's also an Embrace the Paradox. I guess knockout maneuver is just better for us where we are right now. So I'm going to take that. Rubble Rouser. This is a fantastic card. I'm surprised that it's this late. It's around this late. When it enters, you may loot, and you can remove cards from your graveyard to tap for mana, and when you do, it pings your opponent. That's like... This is outright like... This is a very underrated card in this format. Yeah, and also you get a red mana, just in case. Which you could spend on anything, actually, right? Yeah, it just adds a red mana. There's a Strife Scholar. There's a Stadium Title Mage. Enters or attacks, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. I don't know how I feel about that one. I feel like Strife Scholar is just a little bit better, because this doesn't... I guess it loots, so it's like an okay 4. I'd rather have the 3 that's also a 6. That said, since we're blue-red, I don't think we're cutting lands. I'm going to take the Strife Scholar. It's just like a cheaper spell. Joined Researchers. Wow. Okay. It's another Mascot. Is this the 2-drop? No, this is Tackle Artist. Put on 1 counter. Put 2 instead. I think this is like a fine 4, but I like my other 4s like a little better. So I'm just going to take the Mascot for now, because I do like this card a lot. We kind of want to get some of those whales, though. Living History. When this enters, create a 2/2 whenever you attack. If a card left your graveyard this turn, target a... Oh, that seems good. There's also another Spellbook Seeker. This is like just a 2-mana 2/2. And it can make one of your creatures get +2/+0 until end of turn. And I think we want to be attacking. I don't know how many ways we have to remove cards from our graveyard, aside from, like, Molten Note and the other thing. There's an Ancestral Anger. Not the biggest fan of that one, but I will take it just to say that we're cutting red. There's a Giant Growth. I like the art for this one. It reminds me of old Giant Growth. There is a Titan's Grave. I will take the Titan's Grave. Put in the side. No cards for us here. I'm not a big fan of either of these cards. I guess this one... What? This exiles a card from the graveyard? So that does combo with the Living History. Wow. I'll take the Master Debater. Lots of black and white cards going late, which I kind of expected. Wisdom of Ages. Return all instants and sorceries from your graveyard to your hand. You have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. Exile Wisdom of Ages. There's also a Sundown Pass, which helps us to play the other thing. There's also an Abrade. Helps us to splash for Molten Note. And there's also an Abrade. Oh, this is hard. There's also a Tome Blast. There's a Seize the Spoil. There's another Landscape Painter. There's a Fractal Tender. I feel like we could splash for the Fractal Tender. The Fractal Tender's not going late, though. Wisdom of Ages is, like, kind of an okay card. What is Withering Curse? Oh god, this is hard. This is a really hard one. I think the correct thing is to take the Abrade or the Sundown Pass. I think we take the Sundown Pass because we do need something to splash the Mental Note with, right? And that might be wrong, but whatever. There's a Visionary's Dance. I do like this. This card, look at the top 2 cards. This is one of the payoffs for blue-red. It's also a 7-mana spell. It makes 2 creatures, so it's like top of your curve, 2 flyers, which can end the game. Look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one in your hand, the other in your graveyard. It's also the type of card that you want to get back with that other card. There's also an Unsubtle Mockery. How does our removal suite look like? Tome Blast, Molten Note, and that's it. I still think we take the Visionary's Dance. Create a treasure token, discard a card. Yeah, let's take the Visionary's Dance. I think that this is a really good one for the top end. We can ramp into it somewhat too. There's a Blazing Fire Singer. Cauldron of Essence. That's a good one, but we're not. We do have a Titan's Grave, but that like covers 1/2 of it. There's a Quick Study, which is not terrible. I actually don't mind Quick Study. There's a Blazing Fire Singer. Seething Song, I think, is a trap. That said, it can help us to cast Visionary's Dance like a turn earlier. But I do think that this, like, this 5 mana, whatever, is a trap. I think we take the Quick Study, or possibly just the Strife Scholar. Let's take the Strife Scholar, because I feel like this deck wants to go more mid-range. Another Visionary's Dance. There's also a Zealous Lorecaster and a Procrastinate, which is a removal spell. Embrace the Paradox exists. And there's a Zealous Lorecaster, which can get us a card back from our graveyard to our hand. It wouldn't be a bad 6. This is an X spell, which is not terrible. I guess this just rebuys a removal spell, right? So far, both of our removal spells, though, are in fact, they both have flashback. Maybe I just take the Lorecaster. No, let's take the Visionary's Dance, because that can just get churned through the deck, right? Use Seeker whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, draw a card. Then discard unless you 5 or more mana is spent on that spell, so I think that that's fine. There's also a Paradox Surveyor. Reveal a land card or a card with excess mana cost and play... I'm sorry, not play it. Put it in your hand. That seems pretty good. Essence Scatter is pretty good. There's a Seize the Spoils number 2. I think we are actually going to play our Seize the Spoils, right? And I think we want to keep this Muse Seeker with us. There's a Rancorous Archaic, which is okay. Essence Scatter would not be terrible, but I think we take the 2-drop creature there. Is this... Oh, counter targets instant or sorcery, right? Yeah. It's a Scheming Silver Tongue. God. Oh, there's... No. Beginning of your first main, add blue-red. Yeah, no, I think we're in for that, actually. Even though it's a 3-drop, that does nothing the turn it comes down, I think we're in for that. Yeah, I think we're in for that, because that helps us to ramp for the 2 Visionary Stances that we have. Heated Argument, 6 damage. Exile a card from your graveyard. If you do, it deals 2 to that creature's controller, which I think is fine in this deck. And we need the removal, so let's take that. Artistic Process, 6 damage to target creature, or 2 damage to each creature you don't control, or 3/3 Flying Haste. So that's like 3 different things. There's also an Expressive Fire Dancer and a Tome Blast. I'm going to take the Artistic Process, because that can be any number of things that would be good for us. Wisdom of Ages Wield. I was going to first pick that. Get on board. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. None of these are great. None of these are great. I'll take this for the completion. Blazing Fire Singer Wield. It might be a trap, but I think it's playable in this deck. Chelonian Tackle. I guess I'll hate draft that. I don't know. There's a Rancorous Archaic. I think we can actually play that. If we're playing like 3 colors, we are not seeing very much. I'm glad we took that 1 card to fix for Molten Note. Yeah, I'm glad we took that 1 card to fix for Molten Note, because I think we got to play 2 planes. We're cutting the Osteomancers. We're cutting the Mascot. What else is green here? Knockout Maneuver's gone. All right. And we put back in the Sundown Pass. We're only playing the 1 card like that. So how many creatures do we have? 18. We do have technically more than 18 because of the Visionary's Dance, the Wisdom of Ages. How are we doing in terms of T-Cree? Oh, the other harmonized... I'm sorry. The other Exhibition Tidecaller did not wheel. Of note. Of note. We expected it to, but it did not. This is not really a 2, but I should put all my removal in like 1 pile. Tome Blast. What is Living History? That's a creature. Molten Note. Okay. So I can probably cut the creatures I don't like. Like... kind of wish I had another one of those. Tester of the Tangential might be fine. Rubble Rouser's okay. Strife Scholar's like a little underperformy, I feel. Campus Composer. Do like that, actually. Just because it's on better rate than I think Strife Scholar. That said, you know, Rearing Ember Mage I think is a cut. This is usually going to be a 4/4 in our deck. Sometimes it's a 5/5. That Trample Reach 5/5 in this might be okay. That said, it's just a stat stick. But I wouldn't mind having something in this slot in addition to those 2 Strife Scholar sorceries that are there and the ability to cast Molten Note. What are we cutting? What are we cutting? What are we cutting? I feel like Living History just doesn't do enough, right? It is a creature. It's on rate as a 2/2 creature. Whenever you attack if a card left your graveyard, target attacking creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. So we don't like, it doesn't help us win combat so much as it helps us push damage, which might be okay considering all the flyers we have between the Mascots, the Seeker, what else flies? Oh god, that's it. Oh no, the Sky Coach Conductor. Okay. Part of me thinks that Wisdom of Ages is a put that away. Because how many removal spells? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 removal spells plus this plus that. This is hard. All right, so Composer's good. Spellbook Seeker is good as well. With Wisdom of Ages, we can just churn through our deck looking for Wisdom of Ages and lands. So I think that we can keep that. Yeah, all right, so Living History is gone. That's just not good enough. It's like, it's an okay 2. Maybe we cut... I'm hesitant to cut a Strife Scholar because it's like, it's a spell... and it's a creature, right? It's a big spell and it's a creature. There's also... do we have a bad remove? Oh, we have Seize the Spoils. Create a treasure token, draw 2 cards. Seize the Spoils doesn't seem particularly good here with all the looting that we already have between Muse Seeker, Spellbook Seeker. This is the Brainstorm thing, right? And Rubble Rouser. We have a lot of looting. Oh, and Charging Strife Knight. So we already have a lot of looting, so I don't think we need that card necessarily. 41 cards, call it good. Done. Now, let's head into our first match, but while we wait for our opponent, if you have been enjoying this, let me remind you that thumbs up button really could help me out a lot to make this channel grow. Again, tell your friends. We're trying to be chill here and not lose my absolute shit. Ooh, perfect mana. All right, so we can harmonize trio. We're going first. All right. We're getting in probably with the harmonized trio too. I'm gonna keep this perfect mana. We can play this turn 3 and just start getting it, or play this. Opponent mulligan. That's not bad. And we can do this at instant speed. Tap 2 untapped creatures you control. Creature becomes prepared. Yeah, we could do this at instant speed. And Brainstorm is probably going to be very good in the deck. Alright, play this. Hit him. Next turn, we got a Charging Strife Knight with their name on it. Oh, there's a counterspell. That's Acid Scatter. Yup. Okay. We can play the Sky Coach Conductor. Alright. So we're gonna do... we're just gonna hit them, and then we're gonna pass it to them. At the end of their turn, we're gonna play the Sky Coach Conductor. Charging Strife Knight, sure. Are they gonna hit us with that, or are they gonna loot? Because their shield's down right now. You know what I mean? Like, next turn we can just, like, kill that if we're worried about them looting away too much. I feel like we could also just play Strife Scholar to keep that at bay. Yeah, pass. Sure, pass. Play this. So we're going to be trading 3s. My turn. Let's see. Tester of the Tangential. Oh, wow. Okay, so hold on. If we cast Tester and then Strife Scholar, this becomes a 2-2. And I think that that's very good for us. Decline. I'm willing to trade Strife Scholar for the Strife Knight. Apparently, opponent is also in the Jeskai. Okay, that's a double striker. That can give double strike and +1/+0. Okay. Let's see. I can just cast this. Or I can cast this, kill this. Put some tokens on one of the big creatures and then attack. Let's do that. Let's cast this for 2. Pay 0. Confirm 0. Because it does damage equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it. So we do 2 to this. Oh, you know what? I was supposed to pay 3 to grow this a little bit. Next. Yeah, I'll pay the 1. Take action. 1. Auto pay 1 blue. Put it on there. Attack with you and you. Be a little aggro here. I feel like this is a good trade for them, which is why I'm offering it to them. Our entire hand is like, what's it called? Face up here. Also, if they like block and then try to use a combat trick, I could just bounce the Strife Scholar, right? And then at the end of their turn, I can use Harmonized Trio to, Oh, they're just taking it. What is this? Creature ends prepared. Sure, end turn. And it's a 4/4 flyer. Okay. I don't think we block this now if they attack with it, because that's bait, right? Okay, they're looking for something. They pitched a spirit mascot. They're probably looking for the board wipe, I want to say. But I don't think the board wipe saves them here because we could just bounce this, tap everything to then get a brainstorm off. Okay, 4/4. Yup. They're digging. They're digging. They are digging for something. Okay. Okay. Pass. I don't think they attack here. Creature becomes prepared. We're gonna brainstorm here. This essentially just draws me a card, which is very good here. 2 cards on top of the library. Wow, those are bad. Sure. This is when we look at the cards that we have and go like, Alright, so if I kill this, we just win? Oh, we can't kill it. Okay. Well, let's do this. Increment there. Let's see. I pay 1, put a token on here. Attack, attack, attack. They have to block this. Otherwise, they're dead to everything else. Yeah, let's do that. Pay 1. Take action. 1. Auto pay. Put it on this dude. They have to block this, otherwise this plus one of these kills them. I don't think they have a way to gain life at instant speed. And first strike, sure. Okay. That's like not terrible for me. They're dead to the flyer. And Molten Note exists in our hand. For if we need a second removal spell. Artistic Process, sure. But you're dead to the flyer. I have one of those too, but like, you're still dead to this flyer. Yep. I guess they want to see what their next card is. Or their next card. I'm not blocking. I mean, I'm just gonna... Would it be... No blocks. Good game? I don't know. That might be premature. They saw it. They're just like, ugh. 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 Like, they get to hit me, sure. But, you know, like, we went a little bit... I had a feeling they had that card, too. What's it called? The Artistic Process, because of how they were digging back there, right? So, you know, like, we kind of saw it coming, and we gave them a good target for it, but ultimately, we attacked so widely that they had to... use a combat trick. Well, they had to block that one creature, and then they chose to use a combat trick, which wasn't necessary, I guess, but maybe they just wanted to, like, keep their board around. I don't know. It didn't really do much at that point. Leave match. Here's our next opponent. We're 1-0 with Jeskai stuff. Jeskai, what's the blue-red? Silver, not Silver Quill. This seems fine to keep. We have a this, we have a this, right? If we really need to, like, get some card advantage, I'll keep this. More importantly, we have our colors. I'm gonna slow roll the white source. If they play an X2, I'm gonna murder it. Yep. Owlin Historian. Okay, Surveil 1. What are they? White, red? Okay. Getting a lot of lands here. Just play this, pass. The elemental mascot, I think, is like a fine creature. Blocking. If they have it, they have it. Okay. That was very unfortunate for me. Sure. Let's see. Play this. I think we play the Fire Singer here. Because then next turn we pay 3, 4, 5. We pay 3, and then we have 5, 6, 7 to play this. Yeah, let's do that. Let's attempt to do that. Let's attempt to Seething Song into Visionary's Dance. I think that would be wild. Yep. Taking that. Rehearsed Debater. Okay, so we play this. We cast this, gets us 5. And then we cast this for 2, 3, 3. No attacks. Dig Site Inventory. Okay. It's a 4-5. That's a 4-4. And then I think this becomes... No. This creature gets +1/+1. So I don't think I can block that now, because it becomes like a 6-7? Yeah. 6-7, 6-7. Alright, so they have something. I'm going to go for this. The triple block on this thing, because I can't eat all this damage. Sure. Okay, if I attack into this doesn't do enough. So let's do this. Play this. Pass. No attacks. End turn here. This being a 5/6 is a problem. And it's got trample too. Let's not forget it has trample. 5/6, yep. No blocks. Pass. A 4/3 dromedary. Okay, Strife Knight. If I play this, can I play the other side of it? No, right? Because that gets me the 2 mana for instants and sorceries. I guess we could all aboard. No. I could do this and then Tome Blast. This is any target, right? So this is 7. No, sorry, not 7. This is 5. I guess we could attack with this as well. That's a shame. If I play this, the Tome Blast just doesn't do anything here. Huh. If I bounce this... No, it bounces at the end of the turn. Okay, never mind. It might be better to just loot with Strife Knight. Okay, another red source is not awful. Okay, attack with this. If I bounce this... End turn. I don't think that it's important to bounce this right now. Might be better just like blocking and then like bouncing this. Reach haste. Okay. That's not great. Yep. Okay. So we have to chump. Which is unfortunate. I'm gonna put this in front of this, and this too in front of... Sorry. We do have to block, though. This in front of this. Shh. And I'm gonna bounce the Fire Singer. So that it re-prepares itself. I don't think we make it through this thing. Yeah, we're at 3. Heated Argument. Exile a card from your graveyard, if you do. Okay. Damn, I should have bounced... No. Okay. I'm gonna exile the Mascot. I guess we just attack with this. Let's see what we can do here. We can double block the Rearing Ember Mage with these two, and then put the Fire Singer in front of... Oh god, no. Now it's got Vigilance and Reach. Damn, that's 2 dig site inventories too. Like, that's been very good so far. Okay. We can't attack into that thing right now, because that thing's massive. Dromedary goes back in their hand, but they can't play it. That's a land. That's not good. Alright, good game. Concede. Yep. I think our draws went a little bit too slow, and I think our opponent was able to get too much value off of us. I don't think that the block early on was a mistake. Wow, they had an impractical joke too. Did they just loot that away? Because I don't remember if they killed any of our creatures with that. Or maybe they killed the one of the elementals with that. Yeah, leave match. Their deck was good. Ah, here's our next opponent. We are 1-1, going into round 3 with Jeskai. Prismari! It's Prismari. Oh my god. How did I screw that up? Okay, this seems good, actually. Right, we have a looter. We have a 2-drop, a 2, a 3. I think that this is fine. Too many lands, though. I'll say that right now. Not big thrilled about that. Okay. I think they have the -3/-3 spell. And if they do, fine. I'll pay 0. I don't decline. I think they have the, yeah, I think they have the -3/-3 spell. Oof, pardon me. Feed the swarm. If I play this, I can heated argument whatever they play next. I'm gonna play the Rubble Rouser, and we're gonna loot away a land. Sure, Strife Scholar. Okay. Regretting looting away a land now? No, I'm not. Okay. Rehearsed Debater. Rehearsed Debater. Okay, that's not terrible. I don't think we care enough to heated argument that. So I'm going to play the Fire Singer here. Actually, wait, no. Maybe we play the Strife Scholar? Because then next turn we can cast Awaken the Ages and get 2 2/2s, right? Next, no attacks here. And if they want to attack, they are 3 colors. They are Abzan. If they are 3 colors, I need to be wary of that. Because they likely have a combat trick. If they're an Abzan, they likely have all of the combat tricks. Yep, I'm not blocking that. Pass. No blocks. Path. What is this? Discard a card. Any end step. Sacrifice a permanent unless you gained life this turn. Pass to end. Resolve. My turn. It's ward, discard a card. Okay. Yeah, we have to get rid of that. Resolve. Pitch the Tone Blast. They have a Giant Growth. Wow. Okay. That's probably the worst time for that. I'm gonna pitch in. I'm gonna rather cycle an island. Okay. Next. No attacks. I guess we're taking the 7 from that next turn. Jesus. Arguably, I should have cast the instant at instant speed, right? Practiced offense? Oh no, we are super duper mega screwed. We're ultra mega giga. Okay, yeah, because they can win like right away. Double strike trample. Just do it again. Yeah, alright, GG. Because they can give this lifelink, and like whatever I do, I just like it's a 9/9 with double strike and trample. So if I put the whole board in front of that, I still take 5 from this. So if I put this in front of this and this in front of this, yeah, we're like super mega giga dead. Practiced offense is like wild. Here's our next opponent. We're 1-2 going into round 4 with Jeskai Prismari. Trying to turn around some matches here. We died pretty quickly to our like last two opponents. We're going first again. I think that this is okay to keep. We can cycle this away to get some more cards, and I think I might just do that here because we're very far away from casting that. Yeah, let's do that. Next, end turn. So we're gonna discard this card to draw a card, essentially. Okay, O2. Discard another card named Instant or sorcery, put that card in your hand. And it's a mana dork. Oh wow, okay. This is interesting. I think the correct pick is the Charging Strife Knight here. And I think we just get like a little aggressive. Now, I do believe that Page Loose Leaf is like not terrible in the Prismari decks because it's a mana dork for 2, right? Having multiples of them allows you to do other stuff, right? Let's see. Ooh, just play that and attack. Just keep swinging. No blocks. All right. We have to play one of the cards that has a blue mana pip in it, and I think it's got to be the Mascot. Oh yeah, this gets us card advantage, eventually. Oh, we put the other in our graveyard. Okay. I thought the other goes in the bottom. That's okay. I don't really necessarily want a blue 1-drop. Granted, I guess I could have. What are you? Oh, okay. Instant or sorcery, 1 damage. Jeez, okay. I don't think they're attacking here. Right? They can block this without issue. The question is, do I sense removal? And the answer is not particularly. So no attacks right now. End turn. I mean, actually, yes. Because since I do sense removal, I can play the Sky Coach Conductor, bounce a creature in response to the removal, right? Okay, there's a careful study. We're getting pinged. They pitched a Muse Seeker and a Terramorphic Expanse. Okay. I think we block the Spellbook Seeker. And if they play a combat trick, we bounce this Mascot. Wow, rude. All aboard! So Thunderdrum Soloist is going to do us a 3. They get a card there. I don't think they have a good attack with Spellbook Seeker because we can double block it. I'll take the 3. I mean, I'll take this 3 and I'm gonna block the Spellbook Seeker. Sure. Right? Yeah, because that can't really get through that anyway. And that guy did his job. Always be looting. Pitch a land. Okay. Not bad. Let's see. Oh, Rubble Rouser. Okay. Enters discard. If you do, you may draw a card. I think we play the Fire Singer into the... Paint Mage. And then we... No attacks here. End turn? I'm gonna keep the Rubble Rouser in our hand, though. They have a Fire Singer. Okay. I thought that this was the other one. I thought this is the 3-2. That's why I sequenced this the way that I did. I thought it was a 3-2 so that next turn I could get the 6 mana spell off and draw a card with the Mascot and do other stuff. They have a Muse Seeker, cool. Let's see if they attack here. Alright, so this is a loot. And it can also ping our opponent. I think I'm gonna keep that for now. Okay. If I cast this, it's 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So it kills 2 of their creatures. This goes off. So I think what I do here is cast Seething Song. Right? No, I don't think we need Seething Song. Maybe we just artistic process 2 to everything they have. Oh no. Wait. 2, 2. Screw it. Each creature we don't control gets us a card here. Campus Composer. Okay. And then we have some pretty good attacks here, so I'm just going to take advantage of them. I can't cast this because that doesn't allow us to cast that, so I'm just going to throw the Rebel Rouser out there. Even though we can't loot with it. But that was pretty good to just like wipe the board and get some damage in there. And now that we have the Rebel Rouser, we can actually start tapping this to ping our opponent, which means that this becomes a real threat. Seething Song. Oh boy. Okay. They have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Target creature becomes prepared. Is that good? They have 9 mana. Watch this. This format has Fireball, just straight up Fireball, and they just Fireball us. Whatever's in their hands got to be real good. That's all I can say, folks. I hope. We have access to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 if we cast the Seething Song and exile a card from our graveyard with Rebel Rouser. 7. Wow. Okay. 7 to the dome. Okay. Yeah. All right. Block this. Block this. Take 1. We're going real deep here. Okay. So add that. Cast this. Get that, get that, get that. Tone Blast. Perfect. We don't attack with this necessarily. Actually. They can't block it all, right? We win. Oh, good game. Good game. Oh my gosh. Okay, so they got us like real close though with the traumatic critique, right? I was like, is there a fireball in this format? There certainly is. Completely forgot about traumatic critique, but it only put us to 2. And then they got in for 1 with their soloist because they went like, I'm gonna attack with everything. It's like, cool. All right. Tone Blast was very lucky though, but even without the Tone Blast, they block the 4/4. Well, let's say it was some other non-creature spell, or maybe this is a 3/3. So they still have to take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So they're still like kind of dead. I think that's good, right? GG. Alright, leave match. Here's our next opponent. We are 2-2 going into round 5 with Jeskai, Prismari, or Prismari Jeskai. I don't know how you guys talk about these things. I thought I took this out. This is keepable? We pitched that. Okay, I'll keep this. And this is tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands, so we'll slow roll that. We can pitch this for a card. And that is a card that we can cast next turn. Molto bene. And the other in our graveyard. Okay. We kept the card that's like our meme, right? Wisdom of Ages. Yep, we did. Okay. They got a 2/2 with Minache, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Oh, wow. Damn, that's real good. We need a removal spell for that. Tome Blast. Sorry, Strife Scholar. We have to kill that. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, we can't let them have that. I think next turn we could play the Mascot. Because, like, that thing just keeps getting in, right? We can't block it with the Mascot by itself. We need, like, another creature. So that was, like, the best top deck. And our opponent missed a land drop. Oh my. Essence Scatter? Nope. They might have an Abrade, though. Banishing Betrayal. Okay. Alright. Don't mind that. Ooh, okay. We're gonna play the Rancorous Archaic next turn as a 5/5. They're gonna get a land. Okay, they're also Jeskai. I see that. Alright, now this has become a game, because the Strixhaven Sky Coach is, I think, very good. Tester of the Tangential. I can't play both. Okay. Auto pay. Got a 5/5. I wish I had another blue source. I might need to look at this, because this has happened too many times where it's like, hey, look at all these blue spells. You have a land. Oh my god, they are not Jeskai, they are at least 4 colors. They're probably doing converged shenanigans. But luckily we have a 5/5. Okay. That wasn't great. Just gonna attack. Johnny's response. Okay. This would have been so good if we had another blue. Resolve. I'm gonna hold on to the mountain for now. If they cast something large, I can just, like, destroy it. They do have the 3/2 flyer. 7/7. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. That's not great. And it's got trample. Okay. When this enters, discard. If you do draw a card. Jesus Christ, that's a 7/7, because they just basically have one of each color. Okay. That is a problem. Like, how's Tome Blast? I only do that for 2. Like, cast Heated Argument. No, that's not going to be good enough. What do we have that can get rid of a 7/7 in this deck? Nothing, right? I think we have to leave up Heated Argument. As bad as that sounds. No attacks. Oh, I got to attack, that's right. Oh, I can't. Let's attack. We have to attack. Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you. We get the trigger off of this thing. That thing dies. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you for making that mistake. Sure, who gives a shit? We get Artistic Process. Exile a card. Wait, what? So top card of your library. Oh, view browser, sorry. Strife Scholar. Hit him for 2 in the face. That trades with that. And that was great. Artistic Process can then be cast next turn to make a 3/3 flyer, or we can just kill something large. Stop that! Okay. Six to target creature. Stop that. That is very annoying. I have to cast this for the 3/3 flyer. I know that, and it's got to be held back for Bloxies. Okay. I guess we don't necessarily have to block with it. We're just gonna play it. Because, like... do we die next turn if I don't have a blocker? I don't think so. Just held back by, like, a single red mana. A single blue mana. Topiary Lecturer, okay. That can't tap to make that fly, or that can't tap to crew that, so that's good for us. Oh my god. Play this. Yes, loot. Oh my gosh, okay. No attacks here. We may need to play the blocking game and just put all these bodies in front of that stupid 7/7. And if I can... this has increment, never mind. The Topiary Lecture is going to be huge. They have something in their hand. They definitely have something. They're like eyeing the Spellbook Seeker like, how can I disrupt their game plan? Top or bottom? Bottom that. I will trade this for this and block that. But now this is out of the range of Tome Blast, which is unfortunate. Yep. We are, like, so far behind. A Procrastinate would be nice. Or a, oh my god, what is that other card? Not that. Furf. If I play this, I can't even play that. If I play this, I can't play that. Alright, good game. We're held back by only having a single blue man in our access. Or, right? I have to look to see how many red versus blue sources we actually have in this deck, because we even looted one away, right? And we pitched the Visionary's Dance. It's alright. Leave match. Let's look at the deck again real quickly. And again, like, how many red versus blue sources was I playing? Because that matters a lot here. Maybe I should have adjusted that. Yeah. Okay. We went 2 and 3 with this deck. I think it was okay. We did have, like, an even amount of red and blue. I guess we just got unlucky there. It's alright. Didn't get to see if the Exhibition Tidecaller was a trap or not. I do think that this is a very good card. If you're churning through spells, even the cheap spells, part of me wishes that we got the other one, but it didn't wheel. I don't think that not taking Sky Coach Conductor was incorrect. If that sentence makes any sense, which I know it does not. Yes, taking Sky Coach Conductor, I think, is altogether just better than Exhibition Tidecaller, just because it can blank a removal spell, right? That said, I did want to see this go off, and we never got to see it go off. Visionary's Dance was fine, right? When we did get to cast it, it was like, wow, that's a lot of board presence. 7 mana for 2/3/3 flyers. It's not awful. Or 2 mana. I don't know what the equivalent of this is. Surveil 1 draw card, maybe. But as an activated ability, so they can't counter it. We didn't get a chance to cast Wisdom of Ages either, which is unfortunate. Let's see. Heated Argument was fine. Artistic Process, I think, was also fine. The red spells, or the red removal, once again proves to be kind of like underwhelming, save for Molten Note, my bad. But I guess all removal kind of has like its own little issues, right? I don't know. Anyway, if you enjoyed that, please like, share, subscribe. Come on over to my channel on twitch.tv/dickrecord. Tell your friends to come watch me screw up. I know that wasn't the best showing, but I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna sleeve it up and try another draft. But until next time, stay safe out there. Don't eat yellow snow. And remember, if you're not here, you're dickless. Have a good night, folks.